Greetings YouTube, Sega Zombie here and welcome to another pickups video, guys. I've only just posted up one pickups video which I hope you guys have all seen, and it was going through a lot of PSP games and the like, Mega Drive, but this is an epic pickup, guys. I am absolutely buzzing. I've got some huge shout outs to do for this, guys, and I am just really excited. And this is the biggest buzz I've had in a while for some retro, and to give it away a bit, probably the most excited I've been since I got Operation Wolf, the arcade game, about a year ago now. And yeah, let's not beat around the bush, let's just get it done, and we'll talk all about it, guys. I'll see you in a moment. And here it is, guys. This is the epic pickup. It's an original Videomaster jammer arcade cabinet. Not sure this is going to be its main home yet, but I am super excited, guys, to show you some more about this. Let's just have a little closer look at it. It's a beautiful little cabinet. It really is. Like a cabaret kind of size. And yeah, I've got a lot of memories with this this style of cabinet. I think they're known as the chip shop cabinet. And the reason for that is solely because you would often see these back in the 80s, maybe early 90s, in all the fish and chip shops and kebab places back in the day. Cafes, we had plenty of cafes in my area that had loads of arcade machines. And I've got it snugly fit between my sofa and the Sega wall. But, oh my God, I think what I'm going to do, guys, just have a little look at that. I absolutely love the style. It's the nostalgia, guys, come flooding back. We had these exact machines in our local chippy. I'm going to get the camera back on the tripod so we can talk about this some more, guys. Oh, I'm just absolutely made up. And arcade cabinet number 2 in the collection. So, guys, the Videomaster, with all of my pickups and all of this sort of stuff, there's always a tale to tell. And we're going to tell that tale from the very beginning. Now, a few people, a few tubers, knew exactly why I was selling up my PC Engine collection. Now, that was a really tough decision, guys. It really was, because the PC Engine is a fairly new system to me. And for those of you that follow my channel, it was about 18 months ago, 2 years ago, that I invested in a PC Engine. I'd wanted a Duo R for a long time. I invested in that. I bought some really heavy hitters on that system. But since with everything that happened, the move into this new pad, the PC Engine didn't get unpacked. It stayed in its packing box, and it was an easy decision for me then, because I thought, I've not missed this console. There's no nostalgia for me with the PC Engine. It's an absolutely powerhouse. A fantastic system, it really is. And I've got a lot of love for the PC Engine. But there's no nostalgia there. And for me, it's key. The nostalgia with collecting has to be there, as you know, guys. That's my passion. And I'm happy at the end of the day to get a PC Engine Mini, which is what I'm going to do. And most of the games that I really enjoy on that system are on the Mini, and I'm sure further down the line that will be hacked. So I've done some fantastic deals with fellow tubers and pretty much sold my PC Engine for what I paid for it, and a lot of the collection. And with some of that money, I've invested into the Videomaster. Now, as I said, a few tubers knew that that was my plan, and they've given me loads of advice. You've got Cine Steve. He's been a diamond geezer, he really has. We're going to be talking about Cine Steve a lot. And Dave, Retro Dave Nintendo. Dave is a top man, a really good friend as well. And I've been chatting to him, and I've nearly pulled the trigger with him a couple of times on some machines. And I'm just made up with this one, and I've got to give it to a big shout out to the one-armed bandit himself, and that's Nintendo Arcade Alex. Absolutely lovely guys, Alex. I can spend all day talking to Alex, I really can, and we chat quite a bit on Facebook Messenger, and we were chatting away, and I let him in that I wanted to get another arcade cabinet, and I really wanted a dedicated cabinet. That is the road I've been going down. I've been buzzing since I got Operation Wolf, and frustrated now because since the move it's not kind of working as it should do, and that's frustrating to get that to work. But everyone was saying before you go down the road of that next dedicated arcade machine, why not get a jammer cab? And I have been toying with it. Cine Steve, he loves his egrets, he loves his candy cabs, that style of stuff, and I've got a bit of nostalgia for those too, but Alex is more in my age range, and we've got a common nostalgia for these. And he said to me that this is a brilliant little arcade, very, very easy to plug and play. This front panel here, the joystick panel, that all comes out like a drawer, so you can easily change PCBs. You can remove the glass and rotate the screen. That's not as simple as I thought it was going to be, but I'm a newbie, so it was all a little bit and I'm so grateful for Cine Steve to help me with that. But yeah, the Videomaster, loads of nostalgia there. Alex sent me a link. It had just gone up on eBay. He said that it dealt with this guy previously, and that he's saying the sound guy, he's a guy that's about to retire. He used to run his own leisure entertainment business, hiring out Videomasters, dedicated cabs, pinballs, pool tables, fruit machines, and yeah, he's looking to retire and sell that on. We'll get on to him in a moment, but a massive, massive, massive shout out to Alex for tipping me off on this. And I contacted the seller and said to him, would you be willing, if I bought this, for me to get a courier out to come and collect? He was like, yeah, not a problem. So I was on to my good friend Glenn Edwards. For those of you that are on Facebook and that will know that Glenn runs an absolutely awesome courier service for big bulky retro items, retro in general. I use Glenn a lot. He's a great lad, and at reasonable prices. He said that yeah, he could pick this up for a great price, but it needed to be palletised. And this is where we run into issues, because the seller was adamant that he was not going to put his arcade machines onto a pallet and palletise them. And he's a very old school guy, and he was like, look, I don't want any damage coming to these. Really, you need a dedicated service. And credit where credit's due to that guy. He got me a few quotes, and I was going to bite the bullet, pay the extra and do that dedicated service, but I got speaking to Cine Steve, and he said, Scott, I will take you in my van. And I was like, wow, you know, this was in the Midlands, about 3 hours from me, and Steve gave up a day for me. This was Monday to go and collect this arcade cabinet, and I am absolutely buzzing, guys. I really am. I'm absolutely chuffed, sick with this, to add it into the collection, into the Sega pad, the retro pad. And it's a fantastic little machine with so many memories. There is so many memories with this machine. I've mentioned this in previous videos in the past, that at high school we had, just down the road from high school, there was a row of shops, and there was a chip shop there that had a couple of arcade cabs in it, and one of those was a Videomaster, exactly the same as this, and the other machine was a more plain looking machine. I can remember it being black, and I believe it had some orange detail on it. I can't remember, but this one stands out the most because I can remember playing Raiden on this, and Wonder Boy. They're the games over the years I remember, and I remember being absolutely devastated when they removed one of those games and put Tetris in there. And I was gutted, but the memories of these cabinets, they remind me of the fairgrounds as well. I can remember every Easter there would be a fairground on the wreck near where we lived, and they would have trailers that just opened up and were full of these style of cabs, and you could play Street Fighter 2 and all the games. Most of them were hacks and things like that. And there's so many memories with this. It's known as the chip shop cabinet, and you can see why, because it was predominantly them takeaway places you saw these. And so many memories with it. And also got to thanks Cine Steve, because once we picked this up, he tweaked the monitor for me, and we had to rotate it, as I said. He helped me no end with that, and he's lent me his 60-in-1 PCB card, which is fantastic. It's got some awesome vertical games on there, some classics, the Pac-Man games, Donkey Kong, Time Pilot, Frogger, Dig Dug, Space Invaders, 1942, 43, they're all on there, guys. Some really great games. The emulation isn't perfect on them. There is some sound issues with certain games, and some play better than others. Some are perfect, some are not. So, but it's ideal for me being a newbie and just getting my teeth into some of these games. I did the UK VAC Facebook group has been fantastic. Some awesome people on there giving me loads of advice in what to go for next. I put a wanted ad up for a Game Elf vertical, which has got 400 games on it. Someone on there has done me a good turn on there. He's sending me one of those, so expect a future video on that. But everyone said the same. You can't expect too much out of these multi-carts and these multi-PCBs, and they've all advised me to go down the Raspberry Pi or like a mini PC with MAME and that kind of thing, because they said the emulation, if that's where you're going to go, is the best. And I am absolute novice with Raspberry Pi. I know nothing about it, or emulation in general. You know, I've always had physical original releases of everything. But arcades are very expensive. The PCBs are hundreds of pounds, and they can go wrong, guys, which I've realised with the likes of Operation Wolf. So yeah, I think I might go down Raspberry Pi. There's going to be loads of videos. We're going to do a video on the Game Elf, video on the Raspberry Pi, and all the different things I'm going to set up in here. I'm so chuffed, guys. Oh, I'm absolutely buzzing. Can't stand still as normal. But yeah, let's go back because I'm just drifting here. So yeah, me and Cine Stevie come bright and early Monday morning, about 8 o'clock, and we drove all the way up to the Midlands to go and collect this. It was in a village just outside Coventry, where it was just really rural. We were kind of lost, but we found the place, a massive warehouse, and it was a treasure trove, guys. There was so many. There was a few dedicated cabs, old pinball machines, loads of fruit machines, and this guy has just got boxes upon boxes and racks of these boxes full of different PCBs. He had some really nice stuff there. I tried to get some PCBs out of him, and I wanted the MVS Neo Geo motherboard with the cart slot. He had stacks of those piled up, but he weren't having none of it. I was like, oh, will you do us a deal? And he's like, no, mate, them ones are all sold. These ones are to be tested. And he weren't budging, to be quite honest. He was a bit of a rogue, a lovely guy, but yeah, a bit of a rogue. And as Cine Steve said, a lot of operators can be like that. They know their stuff. And this guy, he knew his prices. He weren't going to be doing me any deal. A lovely guy. We went all over the cabinet. And yeah, absolutely chuffed. It's quite a small cabinet, but it weighs a ton, guys. it wasn't like we got it loaded into the van. And well, before we was about to get it loaded into the van, this is where we struck a problem. We were then about to get it on a trolley, and the old boy said, "Oh, you nearly got away with my Neo Geo MVS board," because he actually had a Metal Slug plan on this to show me how it all worked and everything. And I was like, oh yeah, so we dropped it down again. He opened this front tray up, because all of this, what's really good about the Videomaster is this all, you can go through the door here, guys. There's 2 holes with clips, and this all comes forward like a drawer. And you can get easy access to the PCB. So he took all that out, and because he's quite an old guy, not very stable on his feet, he kind of, as he got up, he went to close this and he slammed it. I'll zoom the camera in and show you, but there's a crack on the corner here. Now at the time, I heard it slam and I thought, wow, he slammed that quite hard. But I got distracted because he passed me the keys, which there's keys, different key for every opening. You got a panel down the bottom here, a coin mech. What I might do is go through it a little bit more once I tell you the story, guys. And yeah, he handed me a big bunch of keys, and I went round to the back to make sure there was a key in the back as well. I got that out, and so I got sidetracked. I didn't check anything after the initial, going over it with a fine tooth comb. We loaded it into the van. The guy then showed us around the warehouse again because we was interested in seeing some of his dedicated cabs. And man, he's got some lovely cabs in there. Unfortunately, the warehouse is quite run down. There's a lot of nature breaking through, obviously leaking, and there was plants growing through. So a lot of this stuff, I would imagine, would need a lot of work. But as he took us around, there was pallets just full of parts for the Videomaster. And I said, are these parts brand new? And he's like, yep, some of these parts have never been used. He had side panels, joysticks, screens, bezels. He had tons of stuff, still with the cellophane wrap on them. And I said to him, how come you've got all this? And he said that he was actually really good friends with the guy that invented and created the Videomaster. And he spoke very fondly and passionately of this bloke and said that he was a genius when it comes to arcades, and he had thought of everything in making it easily accessible for operators and engineers to get in there, change the game board with ease, and rotate screens, whatever needed doing. Everything is working as it should be. The coin mech is still in there, that all still works. And he's been very busy going through all of these and selling off the ones that have been in circulation and use first. He did say that he's got plans of rebuilding some of these new ones. Whether he gets round to that, I don't know. But it's absolutely fantastic. And it wasn't until we got it back and me and Steve unloaded it into our car park, wheeled it to the house, that we discovered this crack. And obviously it was where the old boy slammed it. It's cracked it. But to the seller, all credit, I contacted him. He was a little bit sheepish to begin with, which is to be expected on eBay. And I said to him straight, I said, fella, I am absolutely over the moon with the Videomaster. Means a lot to me. I sent him a picture of it in the collection. And I said, mate, I'm so chuffed with it, but there's a crack. And I did not notice that crack when I first went over it. And he said, no, definitely, there was no crack in it. He wouldn't have sent it like that. And I said to him, look, you see us load it in the van. It was wrapped in blankets, laid on its back. There's no way we cracked that in the journey home. And then I reminded him of the incident of when he slammed this door. He must have recalled it because he instantly has sent me out a replacement. So we got a replacement joystick cover there, where what's that way up, sorry guys. So the crack which is there, we can easily fix that. There's 8 bolts to take out, and maybe loosen these off and put them in its place. So thank you so much there. I just wish, guys, I could have filmed a lot of this, but unfortunately the seller wasn't too keen on that. I did ask him, and I have to respect that, guys. I asked him if I could take some photographs in his warehouse and some footage. He was not willing to do that, so I respected him for that. Hence why I'd have loved to have filmed that and showed you that. But I've got some pictures, guys. I'll put some pictures up now of me and Silly Steve loading it into his van. And then, yeah, we got it home, and I've spent some quality time with Eden and Jade and her boys playing this arcade. We've had loads of laughs, really had fun with this so far. With the 60-in-1 game adapter, we've played loads of Miss Pac-Man. Time Pilot is getting some play as well, guys. And I think at the end of this video, I know Eddie Rollercore, if I can get this video up in time, I'm going to put my high score in, Eddie, on Time Pilot. So yeah, I'll do that at the end, showing some gameplay. But there you go, guys. There's the Videomaster. Massive thank you, Alex, again. A massive thank you for Silly Steve for giving up his time that day. You know, it was a long day in helping me do this, tweaking the monitor, giving me advice, lending me the 60-in-1 PCB, mate. Made up with that, because I would have been... He would have sat here with nothing to play on it otherwise. And yeah, I can't wait for a future video, guys. I'm absolutely buzzing. I think I've gone through everything of the day. I'm sure there's something I've missed. But yeah, it was a fantastic day. It was just great to spend it with a fellow tuber, a really good friend, and just to catch up. You know, the 3-hour drive up there seemed like 10 minutes down the road. Me and Steve just spoke endlessly about YouTube, retro, our collections. You know, it just was a joy of a day. And, you know, with this lockdown, it meant that much more to actually speak with a good mate and someone that shares my passion with all things retro. And I think what I'm going to do now, guys, is we'll move the camera. Right, let's go in a bit closer, guys. I love the marquee there, the Videomaster, in that real bright neon-y sort of pinky red. Love the bezel. Just stands out so much. And this is the crack that I was talking about, guys. Yep, unfortunately that was done when he removed his Neo Geo MVS. He slammed the drawer fairly hard, but it's in absolutely lovely condition. It really is. There is a little bit of screen burn on the monitor, which you'd only really notice that on some of the light background games. But everything's got a key. All the coin mecha works. It's in fantastic condition, it really is. We've also got another drawer down here. Which every single one of these has got a different key, which is a little annoying. There we go. So we've got another drawer down the bottom here. There's your coin. And a tech data sheet there. I am not going to pull all this out, guys, because it is heavy. Maybe I'll do that in a future video, because I don't think it's going to stay here for long. But yeah, you've got the similar sort of like red line tracking going down there on both sides of the cabinet. But yeah, I am absolutely in awe of it. I love these like fruit machine style buttons, because that just brings back so many memories, because a lot of them were like that. I might swap them out. I don't know, I like the nostalgia, but I might swap them out for some decent buttons. The joysticks actually feel really nice. They're really are a nice joystick, those. But yeah, I might swap the buttons out. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, guys. Move the camera and we'll play some Time Pilot, just so I can set a high score and hopefully get this video up in time so I can enter Eddie's high score challenge. I'll speak to you in a minute, guys. So here we are, guys, at the Videomaster. Let's find Time Pilot. There's some classics on here. If we go back to page 1, we've got Miss Pac-Man, Gallagher, Frogger, Donkey Kong 3, Donkey Kong Jr., Donkey Kong, Galaxian, Dig Dug, Pac-Man, Space Invaders, another Gallagher, Gyrus, Burger Time, Ladybug. Eden absolutely loves Ladybug. Going to put loads of pictures up, guys, throughout this video, showing us lot really enjoying this arcade machine. 1942, Centipede, Millipede, Phoenix. Oh, loads of memories of Phoenix. And here we go, Time Pilot, guys. Let's go through a few more. Super Cobra, which I've been playing a lot on the Coleco. Hustler, New Rally X, Super Breakout, Space Panic, Arkanoid, Quicks, Juno First. Thank you, Alex, for pointing that one out to me. I've been playing that a lot. What a game that is. Xevious, Scramble, Super Pac-Man, King and Balloon. Not played that one yet. Shaolin's Road. I've been enjoying that. One of my favourite games, and unfortunately the emulation's not great on here. The sound distorts quite a bit, and that's Bomb Jack. 1943, Van Car, Pac-Man Plus, Zaxxon, Amada, Dig Dug 2, Puyon, Pleads, I don't know what on earth that one is. That's one I need to play. Gunsmoke, I've had a quick play on that. Congo Bongo, 1943, Kai, and The End. Jumpin' Jack, Miss Pac-Man 2, Gallagher 2, I think these are different variations on those. Pac-Man Plus 2, Junior Pac-Man 2, and Pac-Man 2. So yeah, I think they're just different versions of the original games. But yeah, really great. This is quite a cheap PCB to get. And well, it's been even cheaper for me because Silly Steve's lent me this one. But I looked on eBay and they're not much money. But here we go. Let's just make sure that you're in here, guys. Yep. Time Pilot. There is a little bit of sound distortion on this one as well. That's my high score there, guys, but whether I'm going to beat that live on camera, that would be good, but that's my score there. Oh, that was close. I always play shite on camera, as you guys know. As I predicted, I lose a life on the first level and mess my score up. Oh, it's risky going downwards on this level. Fantastic game, Time Pilot. Loads of ways to play this game nowadays. It's on the Switch. Oh, it's getting hairy, guys. Oh, at least I made it off the first level live on camera. This level. Oh! This ain't good. This is a good one to build your points though. Because if you get the squadron of the planes, you get... Oh, guys! Do you know what? I'm not happy with this run at all. So I'm going to die. And we're going to start again. I am not happy with that run. Maybe I'll do less talking. But yeah, that's my score there. I don't understand why on this 16-1 it keeps your score but it changes it to K.O. I don't know why it does that. I've changed my name to for zombie. Right, let's concentrate. Let's do this, guys. Some people linger on levels. I don't really do that. Oh, I missed that squadron of planes. You get 2,000 points if you take a whole formation out. Like that. And then if you don't die and you keep collecting the parachutes, it will multiply the score there as well, 1,000 at a time. Oh, we've got to get in. Oh, yes. Oh. Oh. We've got a whole squadron after us here. Ooh. It's dangerous doing this, guys. Oh, I missed the parachute guy. Oh! Intense, intense. It's always more intense when it's live being filmed. You'll hear some of the distortion there, guys. I apologise for that. This is quite a loud game. So this one's really good for building your points because you get them bigger planes. Plus you get the squadrons. The squadron's a little bit more spread, I noticed, though, on this level. Oh, I didn't see that until the last second. We're going better though, guys. This is a better run. Mixers are up now with helicopters. Oh! I was focusing on the missile and not the helicopter with the heat seeker missiles. Sometimes I can really struggle with this level and then other times it's a breeze. You can manoeuvre more in this one. You need to. Come on. Oh, that was close. Went the wrong way. You've got to try and take more out. Oh, what are you doing? It's all falling apart. Oh. There we go, guys. Not too bad a score, but it's not my personal best. Gutted. But there we go, guys. If I get time, I might do another run before this deadline of this high score challenge. But there you go, guys. There's the Videomaster. I am chuffed. Absolutely sick with this. Let me know in comments, guys. What do you think? Until the next time, I'm Sega Zombie. Goodbye.